Hello there, it's Matt again from Automat Garage in Bedford Road in Petersfield. We're going to do a little video today to show you how to check your tyres at home with a 20p piece, just to make sure that you're staying legal and you understand how to check your tyres. So we're in the workshop now. Got this wheel and tyre to show you. First check to make is the sidewall. You want to make sure that the sidewall's in good condition. You've got no lumps and bulges on there, as this indicates that there's something failing in the structure of the tyre. That'd be quite important to get that replaced quite quickly if you used to see like an egg lump or like a golf ball coming out the side of your tyre, because that could cause you to have a blowout and in turn maybe have an accident or something like that, which nobody wants. So just make sure, good look around, everything's good. Also make sure you've got no cuts or tears or any heavy sort of rubber perishing. Make sure you can't see any of the cords through there, just looking for general sort of all-round good condition. Okay, so next check we need to do is the tread depth. So the best way to do this is to put your wheel on a lock. Now you can either do it pointing out like this, or turn it round so the back will point out here. The first thing you do need to make sure before you do that is that the vehicle is on a flat piece of ground, that the handbrake is on, and that it's switched off. Obviously you can switch it on to put the tyre on a lock to get the power steering working, but after that make sure you switch it off. Okay, so when you're looking at your tyre, what you want to do, you want to make sure that the tyre has level wear. So in all these grooves you want to make sure that it looks fairly even across the whole tyre. If it doesn't, there's a good chance you need to have your geometry checked, or at least your tracking checked, to make sure that there's not some misadjustment or you have a worn suspension component that's causing uneven tyre wear. If you leave suspension joints tracking out and replace the tyres, it's just false economy, because all you're going to do is keep on replacing tyres. They're going to keep wearing the same. The next thing you look at is, you see you have here these wear bars. These are known as 2mm markers, so you know that when your tyre is down to these, that it really is on its legal limit. Another check you can do with a 20p piece, if you look at a 20p piece, you have the little edging to the 20p piece. Now you can stick that in the tread of the tyre. Now, if you stick that in the tread of the tyre and you can't see the rim of the 20p piece, then your tyre's going to be okay. If you can start to see the rim of the 20p piece, so let's say it's sticking up like that, then your tyre really needs to be changed. If you have a tyre tread depth gauge, that makes it all the more easier. It's 1.6mm is the legal limit for the UK, but if you don't, 20p piece does the job. Same again, make sure you've got no cords hanging out, so cords in the edges, any nasty cuts where you can see cords through, or any bulges like I explained on the sidewall. You don't want to have this on the tyre face either. Okay, so the back tyre, you check this exactly the same. Sidewall, tread. Unfortunately on the back you can't put this onto a lock, so it's a case of having a visual look between the gap from the tyre to the wheel arch. Be careful with your hands, so anything sharp in the tyre, you could cut your hand. You wouldn't want to do that. So have a little visual look, then have a little feel. Make sure that feels are good. Get your 20p piece, put it in the tread, and that's this tyre's all good. Nothing wrong with that. So just to reiterate the importance of checking the inside and outside of a tyre, as you can see, we've got our wear bar here. Nice amount of tread there. This looks like a really good tyre from the outside, this being the outside edge. But then of course, as we then go to check the inside, you can clearly see that this tyre is really badly worn, in fact extremely dangerous. It is worn totally through the rubber, it is worn totally through the cords, and now it's wearing through the metal structure of the inside of the tyre. Once it gets through that, there's nothing left. This car could be doing 70 miles down the motorway and have a really nasty blowout, and from the back that wouldn't be a good experience to have. So this is why it's important just to check the outside of your tyre as well as the inside, because looking from the outside, yeah, that looks fine. Look on the inside and it's a whole different story. Okay, as a side note, I'm going to show you this other used tyre that we've got, because if you just bought a car, you've got a car you don't really know the history of the tyres on, it's always good to check the tyre sizes. Now the law states that a car has to have the same size tyre across one axle, so both front tyres have to be the same size, both back tyres have to be the same size. On most vehicles, all 4 tyres are the same size. On some more performance vehicles, on some BMWs, Mercedes and various other cars, sometimes the tyres on the rear are slightly wider than the tyres on the front, so they would naturally be a different size, but they will always have the same size tyres across that one axle. So if you look here, you can see the tyre size. You just need to read this and then go to the other side of the vehicle and make sure it's got the same size. If it's got the wrong size, then that needs to be rectified, and you would need to check which is the actual size that the vehicle should have. Okay, so another last check you can do is your valve. Just give this a little wiggle, make sure you can't hear any air hissing out. Check it's in good condition. No, again, no cuts on there, no perishing. You can always open the end. Make sure this all looks good. There's nothing strange going on there, no corrosion or anything that could affect the valve. As long as that all looks good, dust cap back on. That is fairly much it. Okay, the last thing you're going to need to do is to check your tyre pressures. Now most cars have this either in a door shut, inside a fuel filler lid, if not sometimes it's in the owner's manual, so it's always good to check what your tyre pressures should be. In this van, our tyre pressures are in the door shut, so we're going to undo the door and show you that. Hope you found this video helpful to keep your tyres safe, making sure they've got correct pressures, and give you a little bit more of an understanding on tyres in themselves. If you enjoyed this video, if you could like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, that would be brilliant. If you have any queries or you're not sure on the condition of your tyres, then you can bring your car in, give us a call, and we'll carry out a free safety check on them for you. Thanks very much for watching.